get out.
Opened the season against Verona, with a Van Vogler 80-yard touchdown being the difference.
After being outpaced against McWanago in Week 2, East rebounded with convincing wins against Oregon and Fort Atkinson. Their crosstown rival West Wolves had the lead against Janesville Craig in the fourth quarter before dropping their first 4 games to start the season. After scoring 14 second quarter points against powerhouse Waunakee with a Nolan Russler rushing touchdown and a Lou Swingen interception return, the Wolves look to capture their first win of the season and their first ever win against East tonight.
Do you think I can pull off stats again?
Associate competition at this level. There are Tony Huizenga, John Bernalian, David Clarkdale, Derek Smith, and Matthew Science. national anthem is sponsored by the Bank of Prairie. The colors being presented tonight by VFW Post 9362 and American Legion Post 333. Gentlemen, the field is yours. While our colors are being presented, we ask that if you are able to please stand, remove your hats, and join us in celebrating our country as we honor those who have served or are currently serving in our military. We also ask that you remain standing until the colors have been retired. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Prairie East High School senior Madison Melrose.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets right there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball.
I figured it was. I need like, it's a little more. I need about 1 minute by myself. Yes.
A beautiful Friday evening for football here. It's the battle for Sun Prairie. Welcome in to Battle Line Films. Game of the week here this week from the Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. East versus West. Bragging rights for the Sun Prairie community. On the line tonight, East versus West as we are set to go. Joe Miller, glad you're with us here on our Battle Line Films Game of the Week. A Big 8 battle here as we approach the midway point of this 2025 high school season. The Wolves of Sun Prairie West, technically the road team tonight. They're looking for their first win on the season. And for Sun Prairie East, looking to move to 4-1, coming off a dominant Badger Conference win last weekend at Fort Atkinson, 56-7. West has had a murderer's row scheduled to start the season with Milton and Wanakee in conference play. Should be a great one tonight. Great crowd. And it's always good when it's a rivalry game. Actually, the U.S. Army is here featuring it as one of its rivalry games across the nation tonight. So thanks to our military brothers and sisters and sponsorship of this great game. West has deferred its choice to the second half, so East will receive the opening kickoff as we are set to go. It was a 49-16 East victory a season ago. We'll see what the 2025 version of this rivalry has to offer us up tonight. Second time we've seen the Cardinals on our Game of the Week. One of the great games of the early season, that thriller with Verona in week 1. Cardinals put out a late 28-21 victory. Ball is up on the tee. That is Josh Swanson, the senior kicker. And rivalry week is underway here into the end zone for a touchback. And the Sun Prairie offense, Sun Prairie East offense, will go to work. Brady Kaufman, the all-conference returning running back, was among the top 5 or 6 running backs to watch in the state coming into the season. He's a good one. Number 21, 3-year letter winner for this Cardinal offense. And it is Kaufman who gets the carry on first down, cuts it back, and a gain of about 4. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Braylon Peterson, the junior, at quarterback tonight for the Cardinals. 2nd and 6 after the opening 4-yard carry by Kaufman. Shotgun formation now, and right back on the ground with Kaufman. Sidestep, nice pursuit though by the East defense, gobbling him up, maybe a yard. That was Ty Carpenter, the junior D lineman. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 here for the Cardinals on their opening possession. Opening minute of the Battle of Sun Prairie. Three wide receivers split the top of the formation. Peterson out of the shotgun. Design quarterback keeper. He lost his footing, and he's going to come up short. And it's going to be a 3 and out and a hold by the West defense. Yeah, that was a design keeper all the way. The quarterback lost his footing in the backfield, tried to recover, but could only get maybe a yard. It'll bring up a punt on the opening possession. So the West defense makes a statement here early on. They figure to get good field position. The punter is Brady Mellum, returning all-conference punter from a season ago. Jock Hamilton, the senior, stands at his own 30-yard line. Pretty good-looking punt there, and that's going to take a massive, and I mean massive, Cardinal bounce all the way down to the 17-yard line. 58-yard punt to start us out. And now our first look, and we have a penalty flag as well. This could be backed up even further. Yeah, the return man let it go, and that just kept on rolling. So our first look at the Wolves offense. And yep, that was on West, so that's, West, so it's going to back all the way up to the 7-yard line. 1st and 10 inside their own 10-yard line on their opening possession. Design quarterback keeper on first down, trying to get to the outside. Got about a 3-yard gain. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7. Actually, they marked him back at the 9, only a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 for the Wolves after the penalty, and the long punt backs them up. Nolan Russler, the quarterback slash running back. And a design quarterback keeper all the way. He falls forward to about the 14. Bring up about a 3rd and 4 here for the Wolves. Yeah, very running quarterback. He actually listed as a back on the West roster. But playing quarterback as a run-heavy Sun Prairie West offense here faces a 3rd and 5. Need to get to the 17. Ball marked just inside the 13. Pair of receivers split to the bottom and 2 to the top. Lone back out of the shotgun formation. And then we're going to have some movement up front, and that's going to be a costly 5 yards. Oh, it's going to be a delay of game. Just the same, 5-yard penalty. It'll back Sun Prairie back inside the 10 to make it a 3rd and long now for the Wolves. Actually, a timeout had been taken before the delay game, so we will take our first timeout. Opening possession, scoreless here from Sun Prairie.
Imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com. It's
Third and 9 coming up here for the Wolves offense after the timeout. They did get the timeout, so the delay of game was avoided, and they saved those valuable yards, but it's not going to matter. Just got back to the line of scrimmage, and great pursuit by L.J. Benedict, the big D lineman, to bring down the quarterback for a no gain. It'll be a 3 and out for the Wolves offense. And backed up into their own end zone to punt the football away. Punter stands midway through his own end zone on the V of the Wolves to kick it away, and does, and a decent punt. See if that's going to check up right inside the 40, so about a 35-yard punt, and the East offense goes back to work for its second possession here. 7:55 remaining in the opening quarter. Kaufman was bottled up on that opening possession, just 5 yards on a couple of carries. First and 10, actually they give him the 35, so a very favorable East bounce out of bounds on that punt. First and 10 from the West 35-yard line. Peterson once again out of the shotgun. They'll send a man in motion. It's going to be a design pass. Rolling to his right. Has a man over the middle. Oh, he couldn't bring it in. He was open. That would have been a first down. Jack Marchese Jr. could not bring it in. Incomplete. Good-looking play design. Receiver just couldn't make the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Peterson, first-year starter after Sun Prairie's Max Raymer, the all-conference quarterback from a season ago, graduating. First opportunity to start. And it's been a good start for the senior as East off to a 3-1 record, 2-0 in conference play. 2nd and 10 at the 35. And a design quarterback keeper by Peterson, getting to the outside, ridden down hard out of bounds, but not before a big gain. See where they mark him out. At the 27, a gain of 8, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2. And what you figure is 4-down territory, although you mentioned the all-conference kicker from a season ago for Sun Prairie, but this would be about a 40-yarder from here. We'd think with Kaufman in the backfield, you're thinking 2-down territory all the way. 3rd and 2. Clock stopped as Peterson was pushed out of bounds on that keeper. It is Kaufman. Needed 2, got 3. That's a first down. Nico DeZiel with the tackle. Good-looking junior linebacker, but it is a first down, fresh set of downs for the Cardinals. Took over with great field position after the punt. 1st and 10 now, a pair of backs shadowing the quarterback. Now running the option. This has the potential, working his way to the outside. One man to beat, finally pushed out of bounds, but a big gain by Deacon Peterson. Actually, Davion gain of 11 and a first down. Second and 8, 2 backs again, flanking the quarterback. And again, it's a designed run by Peterson. This one's coming back. So a decent quarterback design run is wiped out. It'll bring up a second and long now for the Cardinals. 3 and out on their opening drive, but having some success here inside the red zone, although that penalty is going to cost them 10, and it's going to put it back to the 21-yard line. They can get a first down without scoring, but it's at the 2-yard line, so it's going to be a second and long here for Sun Prairie East. Peterson to throw on second and long. He's in some trouble. Just has to check it down. Incomplete. Good pursuit there by the defensive line. Leading the charge, big number 4 for the Wolves. That's Emmanuel Nofaji, a junior lineman. 3rd and long from just outside the 20. Braylon Peterson, the junior quarterback, looking to complete the game's first pass. He's going to need 19 yards or so to pick up a first down. Crowd on its feet here on a 3rd and long. Peterson back to throw. He's got great protection. Throwing it into the end zone. Incomplete. No flags. They had time, but you give that. Well, that's a coverage play there, as there was just nobody open. Had the protection, and on comes the special teams unit. The kicker, Brady Mellum, second team all-conference a season ago, so this is in his range. 38-yard field goal attempt to get the Cardinals on the board. Kick, plenty of leg. He's got it from 38. So Mellum, the all-conference kicker, delivers, and Sun Prairie East able to get points on the board. 6:04 remaining in the opening quarter. It's East 3-0 over West.
5,000 chartered clubs and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide. USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, with nearly 5,000 chartered clubs and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide. USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, while providing a clear path from beginning wrestler all the way to Olympic champion. Be sure to visit joinusawrestling.com to become a member of USA Wrestling today. USA Wrestling, where Olympic journeys begin.
shout out to one of our title sponsors tonight, Elite Embroidery, conveniently located in Sun Prairie, your one-stop shop for embroidery, screen printing, large format printing, laser engraving, online storefronts. Come check out our beautiful 1,500 square foot showroom and get all your Cardinal and Wolves gear. Thanks to our good friends at Elite Embroidery. Shout out to my guys, Josh, PJ, and Steve. Great fans of Sun Prairie Athletics and great business, and we're proud to have them on board here with us on Battle Line Films. 38-yard field goal, and now Sun Prairie to kick it away with the game's first points. Into the end zone. No, it does finally get in. Ooh, that was dangerous, but it just checks the goal line, and the Wolves will start at the 20-yard line, trailing by 3. Both teams went 3 and out on their first possession by virtue of a very short field. Sun Prairie East was able to cash in the field goal. Let's see what the Wolves offense can do here on its second possession. 6:04 to go in this opening quarter. Got to be feeling pretty good if you're the West defense. A hold and a stop to force a field goal when Sun Prairie was inside the red zone. And now the West offense with Nolan Russler back at it. Trying to find some space to the outside as the running back. He does. Finally ridden out of bounds. That is number 1, Chase Rollins. A gain of 12 and a first down. Boy, Rollins showing some speed, got it to the outside, and it's a fresh set of downs. The first down of the game for the Wolves. Russler on the design quarterback keeper, trying to get some space to the outside. Oh, big stiff arm. Takes the helmet off the defender. Finally pushed out up near midfield. It's a gain of 17, and the Wolves are cooking. Wow, what a stiff arm. That'll make a couple of highlight reels, I think. He's a big target. He's a real, we say he's listed as a running back, 215. That's a rare quarterback size. They have a couple of running backs that take turn playing quarterback, but they're, again, listed on the Wolves roster as running backs. 1st and 10 all the way up at the 47-yard line after the 17-yard scamper by Russler. He'll keep it again. Straight ahead, twisting across midfield for a gain of 3. And a 2nd and 7 coming up for the Wolves. Yeah, 1-2 punch. You've got Rollins at 5'7", $170, and then Russler, the hammer, at 6'1", 215. How about thunder and lightning in the backfield here for Sun Prairie West? Second and 7, ball marked just past the 50-yard line. And a new running back in. This time it's Antonio Jackson, number 6. Antonio dances to about the 46, gain of 3. And it'll bring up 3rd and 3 from the 46. Run heavy. Just one pass attempt in this quarter by the Wolves. 3-headed monster in the backfield. Russler operating out of the shotgun formation. Backer flank to his left. They'll send a man in motion. And now a pass attempt. And that one is caught. And a first down. First completed pass of the game. They go right back to the hot hand, Antonio Jackson, down to the 38. It's a gain of 8 and a first down. So Sun Prairie West has a nice-looking drive going here in the late stages of this opening quarter. They go back on the ground, nothing doing there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, did Rollins. Plugging the hole there, Manny Abreu. The senior linebacker with a nice tackle, no gain, 2nd down and 10 coming up. This drive started at the 20-yard line. Couple of big runs, and then the 3rd down pass completion has Sun Prairie West into East Territory. Russell wanted to swing it out to the running back, but I think East was onto the plan. That's going to be dumped for a big loss. Big number 80, Connor Henson, 6'4", 235. Brought down Rustler in the backfield. Bring up a 3rd and long for the Wolves at the East 41. That was a loss of 3 on the play. Well, this drive had some promise. Let's see if the Wolves can convert a big 3rd and long here. Rustler to pass on 3rd down. Punk fake, now going for it all. And that's going to be well off the mark. Tried to feed it to Jackson, but he was double bracketed by a pair of defenders. And it will be a 4th down. For now, the Wolves offense stays on the field, and now they leave. Another 10 yards, maybe you're in that kind of that no man's lane, but from the 40-yard line, you got to figure you can pin him in deep here and play the field position game. So, promising drive. But the Sun Prairie East, they snuffed out that running back screen pass, and that kind of killed the drive. And on to punt now is the Wolves' special teams. Josh Swenson, and that will trickle into the end zone. So the East Cardinals will take over at their own 20-yard line. Final couple minutes of this opening quarter. After the Sun Prairie East defense holds, offense back to work on its own 20-yard line. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Little screen pass. This is going to pick up nice yardage. First completion of the game. That was to Jacoby Moore. And a gain of 16. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at their own 36-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there by the quarterback to the receiver for a pickup of 16 and a 1st down. Back to the ground game. Dancing forward, finally being brought down about a yard shy of the 1st down is going to be Kaufman. Actually, we'll give him 8, so it's going to be a 2nd and 2 coming up for East. Brady Kaufman, heck of a good-looking player. Got a taste of that in week 1 against Verona. A couple big runs here in this opening quarter. They go right back. Nope, it's a design keeper. Read option, beautifully executed by the quarterback. He lowers the shoulder for a gain of 16 and a 1st down. Now, read option, Peterson put it in the midst of Kaufman, pulled it back, kept it himself for a big gain in to Wolves territory. 1st and 10, under 2 to play in the opening quarter. Run heavy opening quarter for both these teams. And as I say that, he comes out and passes, but the screen pass, dangerous, leading the back a little bit too much. Trying to get it out in the flat to Kaufman, but the screen pass was too steep. It'll bring up 2nd down. Clock stops at 1:37 after the incomplete pass. Tyler Mitchell now checks into the game in the backfield alongside Kaufman in this pistol formation with 2 backs behind the quarterback on a 2nd and 10. And it is the new back into the game. He's got a 1st down. Ooh, maybe a touchdown saving tackle there after a gain of 14. So Tyler Mitchell comes in the game, gets 1 carry, rips off 14 yards. And a 1st and 10, and the Sun Prairie East Cardinals are on the move here on this possession. 1st and 10 all the way up at the 26-yard line. This drive started back at the east 20-yard line, now nearing the red zone of the Wolves. 1st and 10. It is Kaufman this time, nothing doing. Those powder blue jerseys up front doing the job. DeZiel and Grayson Riddle combining for the stop on a no gain. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10, under a minute to play in the opening quarter. DeZiel, a multi-sport athlete. He was an all-state wrestler last year. And pretty good looking linebacker for this Wolves defense. 2nd and 10 at the 26. Back to pass. Peterson has a man wide open. See if he can do something with it after the catch. He can. Into the secondary. Stiff arm. Into the end zone. Touchdown. 26 yards. Van Vogler. His first catch of the night. He was an all-conference receiver a season ago, and he shows it there. 26 yards for the touchdown. And just like that, Sun Prairie East, an extra point away from being up double digits. Nothing real fancy, just not quite a bubble screen. Maybe just take a couple steps off the line of scrimmage, soft coverage, and he exploited it. And then when he got into the secondary, showed his skills, made a couple guys miss. Big stiff arm and takes it in. And now Brady Mellum to make it a 10-point lead. Oh, botched snap. Trying to chuck it into the back of the end zone. That's going to be picked off by Chase Rollins. So a botched snap leads to a failed extra point try, but it is a 80-yard touchdown drive. The Cardinals of Sun Prairie East, 9-0 over the Wolves of Sun Prairie West.
Restaurant located at 1010 Enterprise Drive. 5 TVs with an atmosphere that... Draft House Restaurant located at 1010 Enterprise Drive in Verona serves up a menu lineup that will cure anyone's hunger. Draft House Restaurant located at 1010 Enterprise Drive in Verona serves up a menu lineup that will cure anyone's hunger. Draft House can also host parties for your events. They have NFL tickets, so come watch your favorite team. Serving lunch, dinner, and everything in between. Open daily at 11 a.m. The absolute best place to watch sporting events with our perfectly placed 25 TVs with an atmosphere that's hard to beat.
So the Cardinals go 80 yards to score, paid off by Vogler's 26-yard touchdown catch, and it is a 9-0 East lead. Mellum to kick it away here. 31 seconds remain in this opening period. Obviously, one of the newer rivalries in our area is this was one school for many years that became the biggest school in the state and had to split it up, and now the new look Sun Prairie football landscape with East and West, and not only that, but leaving the Big 8 Conference after decades to be a part of the Badger Conference. Wanakee, Monona Grove looking really good over there. Milton to start the season. This East team also undefeated in conference play. There's going to be some big showdowns coming up later in the season here in the Badger. West, you're just a brand new program, only a couple years in. You're just trying to build some culture, tradition, and in tonight's case, get your first win of the season. But to be fair, their schedule has been brutal to start conference play with two of the best of the state in Milton and Wanakee. All right, 1st and 10 at the 20 after the touchback. They'll keep it on the ground with Rollins. He gets a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. That should be, if Sun Prairie West wants it to be, the last play of the quarter. See if they try and get a quick one off here. Doesn't appear they will, so it appears we will be changing sides of the field. And it'll be a 2nd and 9 for the Sun Prairie West Wolves when we return to start the second quarter here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium.
It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house? It's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
Supermarket in Verona and Miller & Sons Supermarket in Verona and Mount Horeb has served the community since 1902. You can see weekly specials on their website and Instagram. Shop online, download our app, and shop the savings and quality Miller's provides for the community. If they don't have it, they will get it, as Miller's is dedicated to their customers.
All right, 2nd and 9 as we change sides of the field. The West Wolves trying to get on the scoreboard here and answer after the East long touchdown drive a series ago. It's going to be a pass. That's going to be caught. Up to the 24.
Russell's pass complete to number 16, Cam Russell.
That was Cam Russler from
Number 10, picks up a 3rd and 6.
Nolan Russler, a gain of 3, 3rd and 6. Let's see if the Wolves can convert here on a 3rd and 6. Russler out of the gun. Design quarterback keeper. Trying to get into the second level. He cannot. Good collapse there by the D-line of the Cardinals. Going to be a couple yards short. It was a gain of 4, but it needed 6, unfortunately. And on comes the punt team. Ball placed at the 27-yard line. The return man for the Cardinals is Jacoby Moore. He stands at his own 35-yard line. Swanson stands at his own 15-yard line to kick it away. Good punt. Drives him all the way back near the 30. Dancing out of the first would-be tackler, and now a host of blue jerseys swarm at the 38 after a 5-yard return. So the East offense goes to work on its own 37-yard line, 10:21 remaining in the opening half. Now, the crazy thing about this game is the West defense is doing a pretty good job on Kaufman. He only has 16 rushing yards, but the quarterback has a couple of big runs, and then obviously the big touchdown pass to Vogler. So if you would have said going in that Kaufman's only going to have 20 yards into the second quarter, you'd feel pretty good about your chances if you're West, but the East passing game has been the difference in this game. Speaking of Kaufman, he gets it on 1st down, and that's the Kaufman you're used to seeing, dragging tacklers across midfield. My goodness. A gain of 23, biggest run of the night by Kaufman, and a 1st down. Wow, all the way down to the 43-yard line. He had about 4 blue jerseys on his back as he crossed the 50 and still picked up another 6 or 7 yards. First and 10 for the Cardinals. And it's right back to the hot hand Kaufman. Across the 40 down near the 36. Give him a gain of 6 and a 2nd and 4 coming up. Actually, they gave him all the way down to the 35. We'll give him a gain of 8. Excuse me, Brady. 2nd and 2. So Kaufman's starting to heat up. Already 40-plus yards on this drive. Delayed handoff, but it does go to Kaufman into the secondary. He's got a first down. Down to the 26.
Tripped up by number 1, Chase Rollins.
Gain of 11, and Kaufman is cooking now. First and 10 for Sun Prairie as they close in on the red zone here. First and 10 at the 26-yard line. After I think I jinxed it, talking about the slow start of Kaufman. He's certainly changed that narrative on this drive. Rolling out to his right. Now he's going to decide to tuck it and run it. Oh, he got smoked on the sideline after just a 1-yard gain.
First out of bounds by number 52, Grayson Riddle.
Now, Grayson Riddle's good-looking tackle on that West D line. He made a nice play, and I think he hurt himself on that. That's a big loss. Hopefully he's okay. He comes out holding his left shoulder. Maybe just got to look like he got the wind knocked out of him. 2nd and 9 at the 25. Back to Kaufman, into the pile he goes. Only about 2, so it'll bring up a 3rd and long here for the Cardinal offense. East trying to score on back-to-back possessions, or I should say score touchdowns. They have scored points on back-to-back possessions with a field goal and touchdown. They're trying to get it back to the end zone, but they got a 3rd and long here. 3rd and about 7. Need to get it down to the 13. Kaufman cuts it back. It's going to be close. They say he got it. Actually gave him 8, so got more than he needed. First, is he not quite inside the goal line, so it's not a 1st and goal situation. They can get a first down, ball marked right about the 12-yard line. Under 8 to play in quarter number 2. 1st and 10 after Kaufman has single-handedly taken over this drive, and he's going to get the call yet again. Inside the 10, burrowing down to the 5, another big gain of 7. It's going to be 2nd down and 5, or 2nd and 3 rather, from the 5 for Sun Prairie East. Now, Kaufman has been a workhorse on this drive. 2nd and 3, ball marked at the 5-yard line. Again, they can pick up a first down, but without scoring. Kaufman straight up. Going to be close to a first down. I think he's got it, so it'll be 1st and goal inside the 2. Gain of 3.
That's good for a Cardinal first down. 1st and goal.
Split backs flanking either side of the quarterback. It is Kaufman straight ahead for a 1-yard touchdown run. Brady Kaufman putting the offense on his back on that possession. And the Cardinals now up 15-0. Let's see if they go for 2 here to make up for the missed extra point.
Also tonight's game day sponsor.
See if Coach Kaminsky, nope, they do send the kicking team out. So Mellum try and make it a 16-0 lead with 6:49 to go in the first half. Drive started at the 37-yard line, so 63 yards. All of it, except for one quarterback keeper, was Kaufman's. Kick is up and perfect. 16-0. We got 6:49 to go on half number 1. The East Cardinals leading the West Wolves 16-0.
Imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
Thanks again to one of our title sponsors tonight, Elite Embroidery, your home for Cardinal and Wolves gear. 1,500 square foot showroom to get all your spirit wear and fan apparel. And if you need gear, embroidery, screen printing, an online storefront for your customers or club, give them a call. Check them out today. Elite Embroidery, located right here in beautiful Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. 63-yard touchdown drive. And after a slow start, Sun Prairie East is rolling. Somehow Sun Prairie gained an extra point. On that extra point, we'll effort that. That kickoff goes into the end zone, and it'll be a starting 20-yard line position for the Wolves.
First and 10 Wolves. Hey fans, if we could have your attention, please. Someone has misplaced their Venmo card. Brett Kingston, please report to the ticket window to receive your card. Brett Kingston to the ticket window.
So first and 10 at the Wolves' 20-yard line after a promising drive late in that first quarter. This Wolf offense has struggled on its last couple possessions. See if they can get something going here midway through this second quarter. Coming out throwing on first down, trying to change up the narrative a bit. Has a man wide open across midfield. He may go. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Wolves. Antonio Jackson, 80 yards for the score. And just like that, the Wolves are back in this football game. Wow. You got to figure East defense is thinking run all the way on first down. Bustler pulls it back, drops a dime, and then Jackson just shows the speed into the secondary. And 80 yards, and the Wolves are on the board. Now that'll get you fired up here for the battle for Sun Prairie and rivalry week. Swanson's extra point now to make it a 9-point game. Oh, it's blocked. Number 10 came in and got it. That's Van Vogler. Vogler with the touchdown reception. And it is a blocked extra point. So 6:38 to go in the first half. 16-6, the new Sun Prairie East lead.
With nearly 5,000 chartered clubs and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide, USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, while providing a clear path from beginning wrestler all the way to Olympic champion. Be sure to visit joinusawrestling.com to become a member of USA Wrestling today. USA Wrestling, where Olympic journeys begin.
Wisconsin. One night it's 60 degrees and the next it's snowing. And if your furnace doesn't start, you're not just cold, you're panicking. Beat the first freeze. Book your $134 tune-up before September 30th at cardinalservice.com.
So new life on the west sideline after that big 80-yard touchdown pass now to kick it away. See if that inspires this Wolves defense to get a stop here. And boy, if you can get a score before the halftime, you get the second half kick. Suddenly this game is wide open. Swanson has the ball teed up at his 40-yard line. Trio of return men wait for the Cardinals inside their 10-yard line. Both these kickers have been pretty good with touchbacks tonight, and no difference there. So a 20-yard starting position for the Cardinal offense. Well, after they went 3 and out on their opening possession, East has gone field goal, touchdown, touchdown. They've been perfect on their last 3 possessions. They'd love nothing more than a lengthy drive to cap off with some points here, leave the Wolves little or no time going into the halftime locker room. And we'll see if they keep feeding the hot hand. Kaminsky was a man on that last possession. I say Kaufman, excuse me. Kaminsky's the coach, but he was a man too. I think we had a flinch there. So it's going to make it a 1st and 15 now for this Cardinal offense as they walk the wrong direction. Back just inside the 15. So that gives you a little bit more encouragement if you're West here on this defensive possession. Kaufman flanking the quarterback to his right, and it's going to be a pass on 1st down. Ooh, dangerous throw. Looking for his tight end, number 80, Connor Henson, but he sailed it, and that was, if there was a safety or cornerback behind, that's a pick 6, because there was nothing in front of him. 2nd and 15. Clock stops with 6:34 to go in the half. Trying to return the favor as West came out throwing on 1st down. Unfortunately, East not as successful. Incomplete, 2nd and 15. And it is Kaufman. Makes the first man miss, but not much. Gets about 4, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. And the West fans and student section on their feet. Feel a momentum shifting play right here if you can get them off the field 3 and out. Big spot in the game right here with 6:10 remaining in the half. Passing on 3rd and long's got a man wide open at the 30, pushed out at the 35-yard line. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. Oh, that's a clutch 3rd down and long. Oof. Backbreaker if you're that Wolves offense or defense. That would have been a big momentum spot in the game to get a 3 and out there. 1st and 10 up at the 33. And now back to Kaufman. He's going backwards. He's going to lose a yard. Ty Carpenter, Kali Abdu in on that tackle for a 2nd and 11. Clock runs under 5.5. Again, the ideal situation here for East. You kill the clock here and you finish off with a field goal or touchdown into the halftime locker room. Kaufman takes the toss to the right on 2nd and 11. He's into the next level. He's going to be close to a 1st down. Let's see where they spot him down. Needed to get to the 44. And they're going to mark him at the 42, so 3rd and 2 coming up. That's Kaufman's just, it's almost like he gets quicker as he gets into that 2nd level. Finds the extra gear. And a big 3rd and 2 here again for the Wolves defense to try and get off the field. Kaufman showing the happy feet there and patience, weaving behind his blockers for a gain of 6 and a 1st down. And with every 1st down, East can run off another 32 minutes off the clock. So if West is going to get the ball back, their defense is going to have to make a stop here shortly. If you're East, you still have the full playbook at your arsenal. You have 3 timeouts. You're at midfield. No reason to rush at this point. Run the offense you want to run. 1st and 10 at the 49. Quarterback in trouble here. He's going down in the backfield. That's going to be a sack. Noah Ogunsola, the junior D lineman, bringing down Peterson in the backfield all the way back to the 42. It's a loss of 7, 2nd and 17. So again, opportunity here for the Wolves defense. See if East gets more conservative now, keeps the ball on the ground, maybe makes West burn a timeout or two here. Nope. There is going to be a timeout, but it's going to be taken by East. Their first of the half with 3:22 remaining. Will step aside. Sun Prairie East leads the Battle of Sun Prairie 16-6.
Imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
So 2nd and long here for the Cardinal offense. 3:22 remaining in the half. Empty backfield now for this Cardinal offense. They send 5 wide. Peterson looking to throw. Has a man downfield. Oh, he had a step on the defense. Did Jacoby Moore, but the pass floated just a bit. Incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and long now and a flag, and it's going to get 3rd and longer, I think, for this East offense. Josh O'Connor, the head coach, says we'll decline that one. And the second time tonight. Oh, no, he did decline it. So instead of 2nd and longer, it's still 3rd and the same length. 3rd and 18 after the declined penalty. 3 wide receivers to the top of the formation, 1 to the bottom. Lone back in the backfield. Here comes the defense, trying to get off a screen pass, and he got rocked. Oh, what a solo tackle. Jock Hamilton. Going to be a no gain on the pass completion, and this Wolves defense gets the job done. So now they have 2 timeouts and an opportunity to cut this to a 1-score game. And again, Sun Prairie West deferred the opening kickoff, so they will get the ball to start the second half. Critical 2:30 here in this football game. Dying at the 29-yard line. 32-yard punt. So 2:21 and 2 timeouts. That's what this Wolves offense has to work with. They went 80 yards in 1 play on their last possession. Let's see what they come out with here. And now the momentum shifts if you're Sun Prairie East defense. The pressure's back on you now to come up with a stop. 1st and 10 at the 28. Rustler going to pass on 1st down in double coverage. Too stiff for Jackson, his go-to guy. Jackson, the 5'10 senior receiver, was on the receiving end of that 80-yard touchdown pass. That one just a little strong. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops with 2:16. Oh, you give the Wolves credit. Got to 16-6. This thing could have started to get away from you, but their defense is dug in, get a big offensive score, and Get something going here. It's a one-score game. Rustler again out of the shotgun, looking to pass on second down. Dancing out of trouble, showing his big frame. Nice stiff arm again. That's going to be a gain of, wow, across midfield. 25 yards by the quarterback and a first down. And his second deke leader of the night. He's a good-looking running back playing quarterback. Good athlete. Big gain there. 25 into East territory. Clock stops as he goes out of bounds with 2:04. And passing again on first down. In trouble. Going over the middle, nearly intercepted. That was into triple coverage. Beckham McNary was right there, the defensive back, to make a play on the ball. Second down. Clock stops with 1:57. Entertaining first half. We're not done yet. This has been all passes. Well, past plays. The biggest play was on a quarterback run after the pocket collapsed. See if they keep it in the air. Nolan Rustler barreling ahead to the 40-yard line for a gain of 6 and a 3rd and 4 coming up. Clock continues to run. 2 timeouts for each squad. No one wants to flinch on that timeout. They're both thinking, we're going to stop them or we're going to get the first down. We don't need it. A beautiful pass on 3rd and 4. It's a gain of 17. Boy, how about the half Antonio Jackson's having? Ball spotted inside the red zone. First trip inside the red zone tonight for this Wolves offense. Rustler to pass again on first down. That one jarred away. Big hit by Vogler to break it up. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, 1:10 to go in the half. Now, Rustler has been a warrior in this first half. 2nd and 10 at the 13. Rustler to pass. Rolling to his right. He gets clobbered, just has to dump it away. Oh, that might be a personal foul. I think that's going to be Brady Stelzer may have driven him into the turf. See what the call is going to be here. Or it could be intentional. Well, yeah, that's going to be grounding. My bad, Brady. It didn't make it to the line of scrimmage. Okay, that's the call. The way, we're protecting quarterbacks, and he kind of drilled them to the turf at first glance. I think the west sideline assumed it would be roughing, but that was just a good old-fashioned hit. And then the ball, he was throwing it out of bounds, which he did, but even if you do that, you still got to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, it's grounding, so this is going to be a killer penalty. Put it all the way back to the 33-yard line. The first down marker is the 7. That's a massive loss on the intentional grounding. 58 seconds and counting. And now if you're West, you maybe take one more shot downfield and then just kill the clock. Rustler in trouble. He does dance out of it. Breaks a tackle. Loses the football. And they recovered it, but they were out of bounds. Tough break there. Stelzer and Beckham pried the football away, and then it just bounced on the blue chalk. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. Let's see how much did they give Rustler? We're going to have a timeout. We'll sort that out. We'll take a timeout. 4th and 23 coming up here for the Wolves.
Imagine. Just imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
So what's the decision to make here? You've got a 4th and a mile. Do you try a 40-yard field goal? That would leave Sun Prairie's 2 timeouts in 45 seconds. Do you try and convert the first down, or do you just keep the ball on the ground, try and work some clock? Interesting decision here for the Wolves offense on a 4th and 16. They got to get it all the way down to the 7-yard line after that grounding penalty crushed the drive. All right, here we go. Rustler to pass on 3rd down. He's got great protection. He's going for the end zone. Had his man, but the pass was wide, and that'll be a turnover on downs. 39 seconds remaining in the half. And now, if you're the Cardinal offense, you have 2 timeouts. Do you take a shot or 2 here, or do you just run the ball twice and go into the locker room? Interesting spot here for Coach Kaminsky and staff. It's the ball marked at the 23-yard line after the turnover on downs. First down will tell us everything we need to know about what Sun Prairie's strategy, East strategy is going to be on this final possession of the half. And that's what they're telling you, that No Mas is up to the 29, a gain of 6. And that should do it for the first half. Well, they may run one more play. Yeah, you can see it both sides. You know, you got a 10-point lead. Last thing you do is want to fumble or interception. Actually, Kaufman's going to lose a yard on that one. And that will officially end the first half. Very entertaining first half. It's been the battle for Sun Prairie. East 16, West 6. Halftime coming up.
It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's runs, groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
Miller & Sons Supermarket in Verona and Mount Horeb has served the community since 1902. You can see weekly specials on their website and Instagram. Shop online, download our app, and shop the savings and quality Miller's provides for the community. If they don't have it, they will get it, as Miller's is dedicated to their customers. Draft House Restaurant, located at 1010 Enterprise Drive in Verona, serves up a menu lineup that will cure anyone's hunger. Draft House can also host parties for your events. They have NFL tickets, so come watch your favorite team. Serving lunch, dinner, and everything in between, open daily at 11 a.m. The absolute best place to watch sporting events, with our perfectly placed 25 TVs with an atmosphere that's hard to beat. With nearly 5,000 charter clubs and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide, USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, while providing a clear path from beginning wrestler all the way to Olympic champion. Be sure to visit joinusawrestling.com to become a member of USA Wrestling today. USA Wrestling, where Olympic journeys begin.
Once again, your St. Prairie United dance team. Once again, if you direct your attention towards midfield, now taking the field is your St. Prairie United varsity cheer team. Let's get loud for the St. Prairie United varsity cheer team.
Hearing all these people talking about what's the deal with this hot life and bills are gonna pay out. It ain't you got to realize what we're doing is not. We got the good community, we're gonna bring it to
Let's hear it for your St. Prairie United varsity cheer team.
Finding the end zone against KML. Edgewood wasted no time finding the end zone against KML with an opening drive Gannon Bagstad strike to Dylan Krantz. Mikey Hackworthy's sack thwarted a KML fourth down attempt before Bagstad found another weapon in his arsenal, connecting with Ben Morey, a 77-yard catch and carry for the Crusaders' second touchdown. Gavin Subera's sack helped smother Kettle Moraine Lutheran.
Gavin Subera on that sack.
While the offense put up 28 first-quarter points, including Bagstad's third passing touchdown, a 6-yard toss to Will Kelly. Carter Soma added to the total when Daniel Lee and Henry Clark blocks provided the space, breaking away down the sideline for a 36-yard score. Hale Rikers, Owen Rist, Tommy O'Day, Clark and Lee provided blocks for Carter Soma to break free for a 61-yard second quarter touchdown.
61-yard run for a touchdown.
John Rothering's defensive effort allowed Chris Lee to intercept the deflection, which Bagstad and Morey turned into another passing touchdown. Maury would score his third touchdown weaving through traffic that Tyler Gates finished off with a downfield block as Edgewood moved to 4-0 with a 51-7 win. Looking to rebound after a Week 3 loss to the hands of the Columbus Cardinals, Lodi improved out of the gate against visiting Bigfoot on Youth Night.
Dogs on 3. 1, 2, 3, dogs!
Kyle Kurt helped record 13
Tackles for losses. Kurt and Grayson Colby's double block allowed Sawyer Barron to find an outside lane to the end zone for a 39-yard touchdown. Nate Luchucky and Lodi thwarted a Bigfoot passing game that yielded 8 yards. Kyle Kurt's impact on both sides of the ball was evident with a 27-yard catch and carry touchdown in the first quarter.
allowing just 10 rushing yards. Jackson Ladwig had one of the 4 Blue Devils sacks. Brody Rip turned a special teams gain into more points. Sawyer Barron created the grandest of larceny in the second quarter that Jack Bosacki capitalized with a 15-yard touchdown. Alex Brunig was 6 of 7 for 151 yards. Correll Branch caught Brunig's 3rd touchdown with a 56-yard catch and carry. With 15 seconds left in the half, Branch struck again with a special teams punt return. Aaron Lemke and Aiden Zatani downfield blocks gave way to the final gap for a 49-yard touchdown and a 42-0 halftime lead. A Kyle Kurt punt and Bosacki hustle pinned Bigfoot, and the only points scored in the second half were from a safety as the Blue Devils improved to 3-1 with a 44-0 win. Miller & Sons Supermarket in Verona and Mount Horeb has served the community since 1902. You can see weekly specials on their website and Instagram. Shop online, download our app, and shop the savings and quality Miller's provides for the community. If they don't have it, they will get it, as Miller's is dedicated to their customers.
Big 8 conference battle, the Memorial Spartans and the visiting Verona Wildcats. Spartans on the 6 with a pair of backs flanking the quarterback. Play action, rolling out. Dumps it off, and oh, it's going to be intercepted! That was Jackson Dinsler, so the linebacker. Back to that pistol formation. Man, touchdown! Verona, Dejon Knudsen, 13 yards, and the Wildcats strike first. Back to throw. He's in trouble, box out of it, but not the second time through. Adams out of the pistol on 3rd down. Look out, here comes the Verona defense, and they got him. And again, Memorial forces to punt. And as he's done much of the night, he's passing on 1st down, and it is intercepted. The Spartans come up with it. I believe that was Ben Foster. Pistol formation. So Landon Lassant is going to pass, trying to throw the fade in the back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Verona. Jackson Connor, the 6'4" senior receiver, brings it in for a 14-yard touchdown. Bukabrat out of the pistol. He's back to throw on 1st down. He's going for all of it. He's got a man with a step. Now going to try the other side of the field, and that one is it intercepted? Yes, it is. Climbing the ladder. Ian Padell, what a athletic move. Adams keeps it on the ground, and all the Verona defense all over it. Jackson Gensler Soda leading the charge. Although Memorial still moving the pile. Wow! Backfield and a second goal. It's the quarterback keeper though. And no signal yet. Says they got to unsort the pile. And there it is, touchdown! Blake Adams from 2 yards out. Amazon looking to throw. He's got a man caught over the middle, but it's broken up. Great defense there. Made one-on-one head on the slant. Lopez Garden just breaks it up. Just from 27 yards away. And it is good. Adams again out of the missile formation. We bobbled it, and he's caught. And that'll do it. Back to Webkin, got a big hole. Speaking of scoring quickly, that's going to change things. In the end zone, 26 yards. And Verona, that may be the finishing touch. Well, the Spartans had it at 14-7 with the ball. But Verona back-to-back scoring drives. Before the yard, quarterback keeper. And Verona stuffs them, and that's the exclamation point on this one. The Wildcats moving to 2-2 on the season, 2-0 in conference play, 9 straight now for the Wildcats. And they win this ball game 24-7.
Wisconsin. One night it's 60 degrees and the next it's snowing. And if your furnace doesn't start, you're not just cold, you're panicking. Beat the first freeze. Book your $134 tune-up before September 30th at cardinalservice.com.
Wanakee traveled to Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium to take on the West Wolves in a Week 4 matchup. Following a 5-yard Colin Murphy touchdown, Kyan Newman helped keep West out of the end zone. McCoy Smith blocked the Wolves' field goal attempt, which Chuck Farrell picked out of the air and returned it 82 yards to the house. Jack Salverson scored from 6 yards out before Murphy added his second touchdown of the game. Cole Krause threw a 20-yard touchdown to Devontae Bacon. Jackson Strobel helped keep Nolan Rustler from gaining momentum until Rustler found an opening off a Ty Carpenter block for a 25-yard touchdown. Lou Swingen added another touchdown on a 32-yard interception return. Wanakee answered with Eli Drangsved and Colin Trannell's second-half touchdowns in a 48-13 Wanakee win, moving the Warriors to 4-0.
And welcome back to Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium for our game of the week here on Battle Line Films. The Battle of Sun Prairie East versus West. Very entertaining first half. 16-6, the East Cardinals leading the West Wolves. Good news for Sun Prairie West. They deferred the choice in the first half, so they will receive the second half kickoff, trailing by 10. A promising drive late in the first half, cut short by a intentional grounding penalty. But the offense started to move the football in that second quarter, so you got to feel good if you're West heading into this third quarter. Bellum's kick is going to be into the end zone as the touchbacks continue. And it'll be the Wolves offense starting at the 20-yard line. So back to work, the quarterback, who is very impressive. The dual threat indeed of Nolan Rustler. He had 67 rushing yards and 108 passing yards. Look at a definition of a dual threat. And see, and that big 6'1", 220 frame back under center. I would figure he'd be getting some looks at the next level. Design quarterback keeper on first down. Rustler straight up the gut. Nice gain on first down. We'll give him 9 and a 2nd and 1 for this West offense. Exactly what you need to start this drive. Put yourself in a 2nd and very manageable. Second and 1 all the way up at the 29 after a nice 9-yard keeper on first down. You see the stats there. Antonio Jackson, he was the big play guy for this West offense. 3 catches, 105 yards, and the 80-yard touchdown. Let's see if they get him involved again here in the second half. Nearly had a second touchdown late in the first half as well. Rustler on the design keeper again. It's a gain of 6 and a first down and a good start to this opening drive for the Wolves offense. Antonio Jackson, the senior, was the go-to guy. Gotta figure he'll get some targets in this second half. Fresh set of downs, opening minute of this third quarter. Glad you're with us here on Battle Line Films for a rivalry week showdown here in Sun Prairie. 1st and 10 after the 6-yard run by the quarterback on second down. Rustler operates out of the shotgun, and for the 3rd consecutive play, a design quarterback keeper. This time, the Cardinal defense not having anything of it. Antonio Graves brings down Rustler after a gain of just 1, 2nd and 9. 3 straight design quarterback runs to start this drive. Yeah, the Wolves offense was slow to start the game, but they picked it up with a couple of long drives, obviously the biggest one being the 80-yard touchdown completion. And here's the first pass attempt of the half by Rustler. He's in some trouble, and he is going. That's going to be grounding all day long. Oh, terrible decision there. As Brady Stelzer, the linebacker, blowing it up. Yeah, that's a mistake. You just you eat the yards because now you're going to take the yardage and the down. So that's a second big-time intentional grounding that's just possibly going to derail a Wolves drive. They had it inside the red zone late in that first half, and Rustler grounded the football. That ultimately killed that drive. Here they were at 2nd and 9 nearing the 40-yard line. Now look at this, all the way back at the 20. So it's a loss of down and the yardage. So it goes from 2nd and 9 to 3rd and 25. Oh. Rustler going to pass it. Here comes Sun Prairie again. He's got to have to get rid of that football. He does, into coverage. Nice catch by Jackson, but it's going to be well short. Going to bring up 4th and 13. And after a promising start to the drive, another costly penalty brings it to a screeching halt, and the Wolves will have to kick it away. It's just tough. I mean, give credit to Stelzer and that Sun Prairie East defense. They blew up that passing play. They sniffed it out. But that's one where you gotta just take your medicine. Take the sack. It would have been 2nd and 15 instead of 3rd and 25. Punt is away. It's a short one. East is going to get great field position. That goes out of bounds at the 40. So Sun Prairie East going to go to work inside West territory when we return.
It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold...
So great field position for the Cardinals after just a 13-yard punt. They go to work. Guess who? And right off the bat, are you kidding me? How about a nice 40-yard touchdown run to start the second half? Brady Kaufman, are you kidding me? Talk about a switch of momentum in the blink of an eye. Kaufman at 100 first half yards, add 40 to that total, and a 22-6 Cardinal lead. Wow. He's almost impossible. If you don't get him at the point of contact, once he gets into that second level, it's big-time trouble, and you saw it there. 40 yards, one play, bang, just like that. It's a 3-score game. And now Mellum to make it a 23-6 game, just 3 minutes into this third quarter. Kick is good. We'll step aside. 8:53 to go in this third quarter. Kaufman and the Cardinal offense rolling here in Sun Prairie.
With nearly 5,000 charter and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide, USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, while providing a clear path from beginning wrestler all the way to Olympic champion. Be sure to visit joinusawrestling.com to become a member of USA Wrestling today. USA Wrestling, where Olympic journeys begin.
Back here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, big shout out to one of our title sponsors here tonight, Sun Prairie's own Elite Embroidery, your home for Cardinal and Wolves gear. Check out our beautiful 1,500 square foot showroom to get Cardinal and Wolves gear. And if you need custom work like embroidery, screen printing, large format printing, or even laser engraving, we've got it. Elite Embroidery right here in the business park in Sun Prairie. By the way, Brady Kaufman on that 40-yard touchdown run, congratulations. He becomes the school's all-time leading rusher. A run for the record books on that 40-yard touchdown run by Kaufman. 8:53 to go in the third quarter. 23-6 East with the lead. Mellum's kick, well, he's a good one. Every single kickoff tonight has been a touchback for Brady Mellum. Well, not panic time yet if you're the Wolves, but now down 3 scores, you pretty much have to be perfect from here on out. The good news is they've shown an ability to move the football on the ground and through the air, so the big strike ability is there. Just a couple of crushing penalties have really been the difference in this game. Ressler takes over at his own 20-yard line. Had a promising start to that drive until the penalty backed him up and ultimately thwarted the drive. 1st and 10 for the Wolves. They'll keep it on the ground on first down, gain of 5. And old number 1's had a nice night. Chase Rollins, his 4th carry. His longest of the game is a 12-yarder. 2nd and 5. Actually, they're going to mark him just inside the 26, so we'll call it a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for the Wolves offense. And on the ground again, bouncing off tackles. That's going to be a first down. Nice hard running by Chase Rollins. Gain of 7 and a first down. Well, you look at the math. You're down 17. You don't need to get it all at once, obviously. You chip it away here. You get something on this possession. And you can feel maybe a momentum shift back to the Wolves sideline. 1st and 10 up across the 32. Rustler operates out of the shotgun. He'll send Rollins in motion out wide. Rustler, design keeper, falling forward for a gain of 3. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7. If you're Sun Prairie East defense, you're going to give up 3-yard runs all night long at this point. As run as much time off the scoreboard as you can. 2nd and 7 at the 35. Rustler fakes the handoff, now keeps it himself. Somersaults his way across the 37 up to the 38. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3. No, 3rd and 4. They'll put him back at the 38. 3rd and 4 for this Wolves offense. 6:40 and counting in quarter number 3. Must have right here if you're Sun Prairie West. Keep this drive moving in that potent East offense off the field. 3rd and 4, ball at the 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation. And it again is Rustler's going to try and do it himself. And he's going to be short by about 1.5 yards. So a big decision here to make if you're Josh O'Connor. Is it time to gamble yet? How many chances are you going to get? Yeah, I think we have an injured Cardinal. So before we get to this 4th and short, we'll step aside while they tend to the injured player. We got a 4th and 2 here coming up for this Wolves offense.
Imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
Sun Prairie lineman was able to walk under his own power. Good sign. Maybe he just got rolled up there in the pile, got a cleat. So here we go. I don't say ball game on the line here, but boy, this is a critical spot here if you don't get this one. 4th and a short 2 here for this Wolves offense. Rustler on the design, keeper following his blockers. Nice job by the Hogs up front. Big Jackson Edge leading the way, the center. It's a gain of 4. And a first down, and the drive continues. Gutsy call pays off. Fresh set of downs for the Wolves. Yep, that's one where the guards and center just make a wall. The quarterback put his hand on their back and just followed them forward. Nice looking play there, and a nice gain on 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground again. Falling forward for a gain of about 4. That's Giovanni Fields, his first carry of the night. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Fast-moving clock in this 3rd quarter, already down to 4.5. Got to get pay dirt somehow on this drive if you're the Wolves. Rustler back to pass. He's in trouble. He's got to get it away. It's intercepted. It is intercepted by Van Vogler. He's been all over the place tonight. All 3 phases of the game. Blocked a kick, scored a touchdown, and now a pick. Talk about a 2-way star. He's a 3-way star tonight. And the drive, unfortunately, comes to an end. Had some promise, but boy, he was just about to get clobbered, was Rustler. Had to unload the football. Vogler climbed the ladder. And the Sun Prairie East offense back on the field, up 17. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Kaufman, the newly minted all-time leading rusher in Sun Prairie football history, carries it across the 35 to the 36. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. And now you're just trying to work as much time as you can here if you're this Cardinal team on a 2nd and 6 upcoming. Well, shows you what I know. They're going to come right out, and the hot hand is Vogler. Look out here. Vogler into the 2nd level. Finally pushed out of bounds. Not before a huge gain. I say, well, they're probably just going to run the ball any clock, and then they dump it off to the star receiver for a massive gain inside the red zone. 1st and 10 for this Cardinal offense. Now have yourself a night, Van Vogler. 44 yards on the reception for Van Vogler, coming off a series where he just intercepted the Sun Prairie West quarterback. 1st and 10, right at the red zone doorstep, right at the 20-yard line. And a timeout has been taken, I think, by East, so we'll step aside with them. 3:15 to go in this 3rd quarter. Sun Prairie East on the move.
Imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
So after the big Vogler reception, 1st and 10 for the East Cardinals right at the 20-yard line. Design quarterback keeper, gets it to the outside, cuts it back in for a gain of 4 by Braylon Peterson. It's 30 rushing yards now on the night for the Sun Prairie East quarterback, a gain of 4, 2nd and 6, under 3 to play in quarter number 3. Right back to Kaufman. Close to a first down, going to be about a half a yard shy. It's going to bring up 3rd and less than a yard. Now, really big plays have been the story of this game on both sides. The latest coming on a 40-yard Kaufman touchdown run, and then on this possession, Vogler with the 44-yard reception to set him up inside the red zone. 3rd and less than a yard here for the Cardinal offense. And a second timeout has been taken by Coach Kaminsky. They only have 1 remaining in this half. Not sure that they'll need it. We'll step aside. 2:09 to go, quarter number 3.
With nearly 5,000 chartered clubs and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide, USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, while providing a clear path from beginning wrestler all the way to Olympic champion. Be sure to visit joinusawrestling.com to become a member of USA Wrestling today. USA Wrestling, where Olympic journeys begin.
Now back-to-back timeouts by the Cardinals inside the red zone. Want to make sure they get it right. 3rd and less than a yard here. Trying to maybe put the exclamation point with a touchdown here. Go up 4 scores. Design quarterback keeper. Only needed a yard. He got 2. It'll be a 1st and goal coming up. Clock stops momentarily. I think there's a West player that was slow to get up. He jogs off under his own power, but still has to come off for a play. And the clock now back to running under 2 in this third quarter. 1st and goal for the Cardinals at the 9-yard line. And pulls it back, going for Vogler. Oh, great defense. Wow, that was on an island, as they say. Jay Drinkwater, the all-conference receiver. Vogler went up, and Drinkwater knocked it away. Heck of a play, 2nd and goal. Not much you can say about that. That's just an athlete making a play. 2nd and goal at the 9. Keep it on the ground. Nothing there. Actually lost a yard. Grayson Riddle blowing up the play. Graves is going to lose 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and goal back at the 10. So 3rd and goal. The Cardinals have made a field goal longer than this, again with Mellum, a pretty talented kicker, so you feel confident if you don't pick this up that you probably send him out for a 27, and that's the 3rd and final timeout of the half by the Cardinals, all on this possession, all coming inside the red zone. Wow. We will jump away quickly, come back for a big 3rd and goal.
Draft House Restaurant, located at 1010 Enterprise Drive in Verona, serves up a menu lineup that will cure anyone's hunger. Draft House can also host parties for your events. They have NFL tickets, so come watch your favorite team. Serving lunch, dinner, and everything in between. Open daily at 11 a.m. The absolute best place to watch sporting events with our perfectly placed 25 TVs with an atmosphere that's hard to beat.
So all 3 timeouts burned. You hardly, that is one to keep a side note on that. I don't think I've ever seen that. 3rd and goal from the 10. 58 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Look at the pass. Rolls to his left, now across the body in the end zone. No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown. Jack Marchese Jr., the junior, with a 10-yard reception. Junior for the junior. And it is a 29-6 Cardinal lead. Boy, that was a heck of a throw by the quarterback, Braylon Peterson. He just fit the needle perfectly. Extra point is good. So 51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It is a 30-6 Sun Prairie East lead.
With nearly 5,000 chartered clubs and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide, USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, while providing a clear path from beginning wrestler all the way to Olympic champion. Be sure to visit joinusawrestling.com to become a member of USA Wrestling today. USA Wrestling, where Olympic journeys begin.
2, Hamilton along with number 6. Jackson set to kick off for your Cardinals. Number 40.
Couple big plays on that possession by the Cardinals. The big 40-plus yard reception by Vogler, and then the 3rd and goal touchdown pass to Marchese. And it is a 30-6 Sun Prairie East lead, set to kick it away. 51 seconds to go in quarter number 3. At one point, this was a 16-6 game, and Sun Prairie West had it inside the red zone. Talk about a momentum shift in this game since that possession, which ultimately was a turnover on downs. And since then, it has been all Sun Prairie East on both sides of the football. Let's see if West can come up with any type of last stand here late in the 3rd quarter. They're going to have any shot to get back in it. You got to get to number 6, Antonio Jackson. He has been the big play option for this Wolves offense. 1st and 10 at the 20. Rustler going to take it himself on 1st down, gets it to the outside. Rustler's into the 2nd level. He's across the 40, across midfield, finally roped down. There's a way to jumpstart the offense. What a nice 32-yard pickup on 1st and 10. Rustler well north of 100 rushing yards after that play. He's having a night on the ground and passing as well, over 100 yards passing and 100 yards rushing. Oh, that'll keep you honest for a little bit longer here. Possible final play of this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 inside the Sun Prairie East side of the 50. Rustler in an empty backfield, going to keep it himself on a design keeper. This time that front 7 of the Cardinals was ready for it. Nothing doing, maybe a yard. And that should end this 3rd quarter. Big number 52. Hudson Turk, the 3-year letter winner, leads the charge. We've got 12 minutes to go at the Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. The Battle of Sun Prairie leaning heavy towards the Cardinals. We're back for quarter number 4.
Imagine. Just imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
With nearly 5,000 chartered clubs and 2,000 sanctioned events nationwide, USA Wrestling provides safety, security, and opportunity to over 250,000 members of all ages, while providing a clear path from beginning wrestler all the way to Olympic champion. Be sure to visit joinusawrestling.com to become a member of USA Wrestling today. USA Wrestling, where Olympic journeys begin.
12 minutes to go here from the Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. The East Cardinals with a 30-6 lead over the West Wolves. It's a 2nd and 8 here coming up for the West offense. Rustler gonna look to throw on 2nd down. There's his go-to guy. Oh, a finger tackle away from that being a 40-yard touchdown pass. Guess who? Antonio Jackson. Now, they found something in this combination of Rustler and Jackson. That's might not win this game tonight, but boy, that's something to build on for the remainder of the season. Over 140 receiving yards now tonight for Jackson. 1st and 10 at the 23. Rustler going to take it himself. Right side of the line. Falling forward, decent gain of about 5. And we have a Cardinal player down, holding his elbow. heavily taped elbow. So we'll step aside while they tend to the injured player. 11:17 to go in this final quarter.
Miller & Sons Supermarket in Verona and Mount Horeb has served the community since 1902. You can see weekly specials on their website and Instagram. Shop online, download our app, and shop the savings and quality Miller's provides for the community. If they don't have it, they will get it, as Miller's is dedicated to their customers.
Hudson Turek, the injured Cardinal, able to walk off under his own power. You see that right arm heavily bandaged. I think he maybe got that elbow a little extended there, as he was right in the middle of the pile. He's been busy tonight. He's played a good game. Hope it's nothing serious there. 2nd and 4. Trip back inside the red zone here for the Wolf offense. We reset the clock with 11:15 to go in the game. Rustler looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man wide open in the flat. Guess who? Jackson. What a spin move. Twist his way right to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for Sun Prairie West. And this combination continues to find one another. Big gains all night long. Over 150 receiving yards now for Antonio Jackson. They're going to mark him right at the 10, so it is a 1st and goal. Literally the last amount you can get before not getting a 1st down. If it's by about an inch, it's a 1st and goal as opposed to a 1st and 10. Empty backfield here for Rustler on 1st and 10. He will keep it. Had a hold of the left side, but cuts it back to the right, and a big play breaking it up in the backfield. That was a heck of a solo tackle by Beckham McNary. If he misses that, Rustler might walk it in. Turns out it's going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and goal, back at the 11. Coming up on the 10-minute mark of this final quarter. East looking to move to a perfect 3-0 in conference play. Rustler again operating with an empty backfield, trip receivers to the top of the formation. He's passing on 2nd down. He's in trouble. And lucky to get rid of that, just shovel past it forward. Big Connor Henson, who's been in the backfield all night, nearly brought him down for a sack. It'll be a 3rd and goal. Clock stops on the incomplete pass with 9:47 remaining in the game. Figure this will be 2-down territory here for the Wolves. Nothing much left to lose at this point. Try and build some confidence. So you don't look at this maybe as 4th and goal from the 11. You get half of it here. Make yourself a realistic shot to go for it on 4th down. 3rd and goal at the 11. And they will keep it on the ground, doing just what we figured. Try to get half of it there, and that's what they do with Rollins, so it'll be 4th and goal at the 6-yard line, and certainly they will leave the offense on the field here. Stelzer with another nice tackle. He's a good game tonight. Linebacker for this Cardinal defense. This Sun Prairie team, West East team is going to be a tough out in the Badger Conference. And the first timeout taken by the Wolves in this half. We'll step aside. 9:08 to go. 4th and goal upcoming.
Miller & Sons Supermarket in Verona and Mount Horeb has served the community since 1902. You can see weekly specials on their website and Instagram. Shop online, download our app, and shop the savings and quality Miller's provides for the community. If they don't have it, they will get it, as Miller's is dedicated to their customers.
4th and goal upcoming for the Wolves. Ball marked at the 6-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the top of the formation. Single back, flanking the quarterback to his left. Jumbo package of tight ends on the right side of the line. Rustler going to pass. Oh, he had him. Jackson was open. Rustler just led him a little too far, and that will be a turnover on downs. Yep, Jackson had a good foot of separation from the defensive back, but the pass was wide. And East now going into full kill the clock mode takes over at its own 6-yard line. At this point, I think the goal is stay healthy, take off as much time as fast as you can, and get on to the next one. Gotta be a little careful here if you're the Cardinals, as you're backed up inside your 10-yard line. But when you have him, that's a nice weapon, although you see the flag. Unfortunately, I think this is going to come back, which is a shame because it's going to be a 93-yard touchdown run. But there's a flag on the play. Unfortunately, the Sun Prairie fans didn't see it, but we did. And this one is indeed coming back. We have an injured West player, so all the training staff tends to him will step aside. 8:49 remaining in the game.
Just imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
I want to thank one of our presenting sponsors tonight, right here, Sun Prairie's very own Elite Embroidery, your one-stop shop for embroidery, screen printing, DTF printing, large format printing, laser engraving. We'd even set you up an online store for your team, your club, or your customers, or your employees. We also have a 1,500-foot square room stocked full of Cardinal and Wolves gear, located conveniently in the Sun Prairie Business Park. Great shout-out to our friends, Elite Embroidery, and we appreciate them and their support here of high school football on Battle Line Films. The injured West player was Noah Ogunsula. He was able to walk off under his own power. Unfortunately, Kaufman ran 93 yards for naught. The holding penalty brings it back. So it'll be 1st and 10 now. Half the distance to the goal puts the ball at the 3-yard line. So the Cardinals really backed up now against their own goal line. 1st and 13 at the 3. Kaufman showing the cardio, though. He stays in the game, and this time rips off not 97, but about 10. Got most of the penalty yardage back, and then some. That's actually going to mark at the 8, so gain of 8, and a 2nd and 2. Clock continues to run, nearing the 8-minute mark. Sun Prairie East trying to finish off the battle for Sun Prairie and retain bragging rights here in town. Going to throw it on 2nd down, and that's going to be caught complete to Jacoby Moore up near the 20. That'll be a 1st down for Sun Prairie East, and that'll continue to chew up this remaining clock. It's Moore's 4th catch, I believe, tonight. As the ball marked up at the 20-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Cardinals. Little misdirection in the backfield with the handoff, but look at this. Into the next level he goes. Breaks a tackle across midfield. Finally brought down Tyler Mitchell. A huge gain. 37 yards, and the Cardinals continuing to rip off big chunk plays here tonight. First and 10 for the Cardinals after the big run. Now, certainly the West offense, as I think, East offense has found some confidence the last couple of weeks. West has called its second time out there. Defense just looks exhausted. We'll take a timeout with 7:28 remaining in the game.
With nearly 5,000 charter.
Imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up could make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
It was not a timeout. It was an injured West defenseman, but the West defense looks exhausted, stands. So in a sense, it was a timeout, a well-deserved, well-needed break after the big run. First and 10 at the West 44-yard line. Clock resets at 7:25. And back to Kaufman. Kaufman falls forward for about 3. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7. Yes, I was talking about getting the offense right. 56 points at Fort Atkinson last week. Right now you're sitting at 30, potentially more. At 28 in that opening win at Verona. Just that very tough road game at Mukwonago, 40-3. But other than that, this offense has looked sharp this season. He'll keep it on the ground with Kaufman, weaving his way into the second level. Tripped up near the 30, and that is going to be a first down. The sticks will move with 6:30 remaining in the game. Now, you have to keep in mind for this West team, it's building literally from the ground up. This is a brand new high school, brand new program. So it'll take time to build the culture, build the tradition. And saw some positive things tonight, most notably that quarterback-receiver connection. It'll be a fun one to watch the rest of the season. First down, back on the ground. No, it's play action, and he's going down. Nice sack there. Grayson Riddle, the senior, were not fooled at all by the play action. Dropped back at the 40-yard line as the quarterback. The loss of 11, 2nd and 21. Starters remain in for the moment for the Cardinals. Keep it on the ground. Not much there, maybe a couple by Mitchell. Nice tackle by DeZiel, the linebacker. We've called his name a few times tonight, number 27. Another one of the bright spots to build around if you're this West team. Good-looking player there. Now 3rd and long. Need to get it just inside the 30. Ball marked at the 40. Taking as much time as they can off the clock here on this 3rd down play. Throwing it up on 3rd and long. That sails wide, incomplete. So a 4th and long now for this Cardinal offense. And looks like Sun Prairie, now they do send the kicking team on. So the clock stops on the incomplete pass, 4:30. And the West defense does the job. They get the stop. And we'll have probably one last chance to get points on the board here tonight. Take the delay of game penalty here.
Back deep for the Wolves, number 2, John Hamilton. Set the punt for your Cardinals, number 42, Brady Miller.
Good one next week. We'll be in Capital Country, Lodi and Lake Mills. Looking forward to that one. Good punt down inside the 10. So if West wants to get one last score on the board, they're going to have to go 90-plus yards. 4:20 remaining in the game. So ball marked at the 8-yard line. That was a heck of a pooch punt by Mellum. Mellum's impressive, man. Two-way kicker with punter. I believe every one of his kickoffs was a touchback. Made a field goal. If not for, it wasn't, the one missed extra point wasn't his fault. It was a bad snap. Kick never got away. He's a good kicker. All right, 1st and 10. Rustler going to throw it on 1st down, and guess who? For another big gain. Wow. Antonio Jackson, he's going to near 200 receiving yards when it's all said and done tonight, all the way out to the 28. It's a gain of 19. Wow, what a night he's having. Fresh set of downs up at the 28-yard line.
Presenting the Most Valuable Player Award as well as the team championship trophy for tonight's Game of the Week. This Great American Rivalry Series.
Fresh set of downs up at the 28-yard line after the 20-yard pass completion. Rustler going to throw it again on 1st down. Look out. Well, there was a blitz coming, looking for his guy, but he had to rush the throw as there was a couple of red jerseys in the backfield instantly. Incomplete pass, 2nd down, upcoming. .341, clock stops with the incomplete pass. Ball marked at the 28-yard line. The crazy thing about Jackson is you got to know on the defense, that's where they're going. And yet he still manages to get open just about every time he is throwing the football. Design quarterback keeper by Rustler on 2nd and 10. Lost the football, and I believe East has it. It is come up at the bottom of the pile by a red jersey, Easton McNary, and that should be enough to put this one away. So 3:33, Sun Prairie takes over in West Territory, and 1 1st down should be enough to put this one away. So all around, solid performance tonight by this East team, a legitimate contender in the Badger Conference. Some big games upcoming. Monarchy, Nona Grove, good conference. 37-yard line is officially where the ball was recovered. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. I'll keep it on the ground with Kaufman. Look out here. Oh, just tripped up or he was gone. brings it down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 12 and a first down. Yeah, you have Vogler with a couple of huge catches. Kaufman is a legitimate threat to take it every time he touches the ball. And the quarterback, I thought, played pretty well tonight. Pretty well-rounded Sun Prairie East offense. 1st and 10 at the 25. Back to Kaufman. Couple yards that time. Stood up by DeZiel again. Boy, we've called 27's name a lot tonight. Gain of about 2. Under 3 to play. Crowd starting to file out just a bit, although you do have the trophy presentation. Of course, we love our rivalry games and trophies, and there, of course, is a trophy which will be presented to the Cardinals after this game. Keep it on the ground. 2nd down, lowering the shoulder, nearing a first down. Maybe nope, he did get it. That was Mitchell. Lowered the shoulder. 1st and 10, ball marked at the 13-yard line, 2:20 and counting in the ball game. Great setting here, great stadium. They've done a heck of a job with this Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Kaufman forward inside the 10 down to about the 8, gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. So the Wolves will continue to search for win number 1. Meantime, the Cardinals staying perfect in conference play as we're coming up on the midway point of this season. Kaufman straight ahead, and yes he is, he's in. One last touchdown, make it 36-6 in favor of the Cardinals. Dominant performance tonight. Last year was a 49-16 game. Right now a 36-6 game. Yeah, over 3,300 career rushing yards for Brady Kaufman. What a career. And he's still got half a season to go. He very well could hit 4,000. Mellum's kick, just like he's been all night. Pretty darn good right down the middle. We'll step aside, 1:31 to go. Sun Prairie East is going to retain the Battle of Sun Prairie Team Trophy.
Imagine. It's the first freeze. Your neighbor's furnace groans, chugs, sputters, then dies. He's over there wrapped in a blanket, calling around, waiting on hold. But your house, it's warm, silent, and ready. Why? Because you booked a $134 tune-up with Cardinal before September 30th. Who knew one little tune-up can make such a big difference? The cold will come. Be the one who's ready for winter. Schedule now at cardinalservice.com.
.91 seconds remaining here at the Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. As a exclamation point with Mr. Kaufman. He has been the offensive star tonight. Don't forget, if you're watching on the stream, the trophy presentation coming up. It's always cool. You see the student section. A lot of the fans have left. Who's not left? Not one member of the student section. Now, you love to see that. Celebrate their classmates. Reminder, next week, we're on the road in Lake Mills. Verona at Lake Mills. And then a Verona-Middleton Saturday game. So back-to-back days. next week of games. Hope you'll join us here on Battle Line Films. A little Capital Conference action on Friday, and then Big 8. And that very well could be the game that decides the Big 8 Conference Championship. Verona and Middleton. All right, final minute and a half of this game. They'll keep it on the ground on first down. Up to about the 25, gain of 5 by Chase Rollins.
Gain of 5 on the play makes it 2nd and 5.
And final minute coming off here, and I think West is obviously not in any hurry. They're just going to finish off the game. Rustler keeps it on the ground. Big hole here. It's going to be a nice gainer. Nice night from Chase Rollins. Is a gain of 15 and a first down. Clock momentarily stops. This should be the final play of the game. And a perfect start to conference play for this East team with win number 3 here tonight. Rustler better get rid of it. Just spikes it. I don't even know if that's a forward pass, though, or not. I think the officials are in no hurry to throw a late flag, or I don't know what the call is there. I guess they say incomplete pass. Okay. So, not the final play of the game. See if they just hand it off here and call it a day. Like the hustle from Sun Prairie East. 20 seconds left in the game. You're up 31, and you're still sending the house on a pass play. Nope, they're going to come out throwing again. Caught. Shoved out of bounds. Now Russell's going to get as much as he can here in this last few seconds. 3rd and 5 from the 46-yard line. Rustler out of the shotgun here on a 3rd and 6. Now he's going to dump it off incomplete. And that'll leave 6 seconds left and a 4th down and 5 upcoming. Again, it was at one point a 16-6 game. And West had the ball inside the red zone. And boy, has things changed since then. It has been a pretty one-sided game since that spot late in the second quarter. What do you think? Should Russell show off the cannon here? See how far he can throw it? He's gonna, and he's got a cannon. And he's got a man open. And, oh, just missed a touch. No, they're going to give it to him. Wow, to end the game. Jock Hamilton. Rustler's got a cannon. Wow. Oh, that's a fun way to send the visiting fans home. 37-13 will end the game with an extra point. That's one you don't see every day. If you had that one on your bingo card tonight, you're winning. Again, next week, Capital Conference country with Lake Mills and Lodi. Looking forward to that one. El Cats and the Blue Devils. And then good old-fashioned Big 8 showdown. Verona, Middleton next Saturday. Yeah, because if you score in the last play of it, like a winning, it's a walk-off, you don't need the extra point unless the extra point is to win the game. So this is a play you don't often see a game ending on an extra point. So it'll make it a 37-13 final. It is good. So 37-13. Congratulations, Sun Prairie East. They retain the Battle of Sun Prairie. Next week, we're on the road in Lake Mills at Middleton. We'll see you then.
Fans of the 2025 Great American Rivalry Series presented by the United States Army would now like to honor tonight's most valuable player and award the winning team the Great American Rivalry Series Championship Trophy to commemorate their outstanding performances. First, we'd like to recognize the most valuable player as part of this series. Ballots were distributed to members of the media in attendance for the selection of the game tonight. The votes have been tallied, and the winner is number 21, Brady Kaufman, from St. Prairie High School. Congratulations, Brady. And the Great American Rivalry Series United States Army are proud to recognize the St. Prairie East Cardinals as the 2025 Great American Rivalry Series champion. Congratulations to all who participated, and special thanks to the United States Army for the partnership of the 2025 Great American Rivalry Series. And your final score, the St. Prairie Cardinals 37, St. Prairie West Wolves 13. Congratulations. Thanks for everybody coming out here to Ashley Field in the Bank of St. Prairie Stadium. Please drive home safely.